Good evening, everybody. Y'all know I'm out here in LA with Writers of the Future having fun harassing everybody I could find to harass. I have harassed the winners. I have harassed the people at Author Services. I've harassed the people over at Galaxy Press. I took one of the winners out. What was it? Saturday night, we all got home, but we're not going to talk about it. Let's just say it was a long night and leave it at that. I'm not supposed to be doing that, by the way. I'm supposed to not be encouraging these guys to be bad until the gala's over anyway. But anyway, y'all should check us out. I know all my friends in LA who's been bugging me to come see him. There's no way. You can stop at a hotel and see me, but I'm not going to get out to the hotel. I'm just too busy. If y'all want to come out and work press with me, that's fine as well. But we're here. But we have our next guest with us. Why don't you tell the audience who you are and how you got here?
Yeah, my name is Brett Stump. I'm from Southwest Missouri. And I got out here from painting. I painted my way out to LA. Heard about this awesome competition, Illustrators of the Future. And, I submitted and they told me, nope, not this year. They said, keep submitting. I said, okay. So next year, submitted. They said, hey, you're almost there.
Torturing your ass.
I said, you're not there. You're almost there. I said, okay. Kept grinding. And then I got a call from Joni Labuki. I said, Joni, I've been waiting for this call for 2 years. Where you been? She said, well, I'm right here right now. And want to ask me a couple questions. And been blessed with the opportunity to come out here finally made my way to it and having a great time.
Joni is an interesting person. Everybody, all the winners know Joni for sure.
Yeah.
And, she always cracks me. I like giving her a hard time. And I was like, Joni, I said, how did it happen? She said, well, I tell them, submit again. They submit again. But, the way it works for her, I think only the ones who get the call submit again is the ones that have the chance. Sometimes, I think a lot of people just get the letter, thank you, and submit again. But the ones who they think got talent, they'll call. Yeah. And I've noticed with some of the writers I leave, and have maybe given some suggestions on how to do certain things. I know Echo will too. Tom's going to be here tomorrow. Tom's an interesting character in itself. Him and I had a good time last year. He's pretty smart at what he does. He also, his last name is Santos. He was out here as well. I got to know the illustrators better last year than the authors.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we spent a lot of time out and about. Let's just say, we were all over the place. So you win.
Yeah.
You surprised? Or?
Yeah, man, it's awesome. I mean, it's kind of like what you said. You can kind of gauge where you're at, and you can look up the winners. So I would look up the winners, and then I look at my work next to theirs, and be like, okay, I got more work to do, and you build and build. So to see it kind of pay off has been great, and then to have an opportunity to come out to LA because of paintings, you know what I mean? Just taking a passion and then seeing that get some legs, you know what I mean? It's something that grew beyond just what I love to do into something that's given me an incredible opportunity to see a part of the country I probably wouldn't have been able to see otherwise.
Well, so, you probably not have to see LA.
No. It's been cool. I mean, I've never been out to LA. I've heard a lot about it. People love it, people hate it.
True.
So to get to see it myself and make my own opinion, that's always a good thing. So
and to be honest with you, there's way prettier places in LA than we are right now.
Yeah.
It's I've spent a lot of time out here. I come out for Writers of the Future, and I also come out for a couple other companies I work with. It's different. As long as the ground up, I'm fine.
Yeah, man.
But, I'm 10 stories up. I don't want the ground. Other than that, I have a good time. So first off, what made you think you could submit?
I was in school and I had a career advisor, and I got a hold of him. I said, hey, give me every illustration competition you got. I want to enter all of them. And so he gave me a list, and I just started working through the list. And I entered. It was like shotgun more than like it was like, man, I'm putting it all out there.
No, that's what you should do.
We're gonna see what sticks, So that's kind of my approach. Just throw it all out there, see what sticks, and then keep hustling. Keep moving. So yeah.
One of the nice things for y'all is the judges here, whether illustrators or writers, want to see y'all succeed. There's no jealousy there. They will help y'all. They will help y'all in a lot of different ways. Echo, don't get me wrong. Echo can be tough, but She's always fair and she's good at what she does.
Yeah, nobody's had an ego.
No, they
There's
don't
been
have to.
zero ego from anybody.
I got ego.
I'm just meeting
I'm
you right
supposed to
now.
have
I'm
ego.
just meeting you right
I
now.
know,
So
I
that's
know.
it.
But I'm paid to have ego, so that's how it is. But,
Yeah.
so you met John. How you like him?
He seems like a nice guy. I emailed him. I mean, he's kind of spoken to the group. I haven't really talked to him one on one, but he seems like a nice guy. Yeah.
He's pretty easy to talk to. He's fairly laid back. He can be intense sometimes, but that's his job. And Emily is just a whirlwind from hell. Her man, she's that girl never stops. They came down to New Orleans to see me. I went and fattened her up while she was there. I said, "Let me give you some real good stuff." She's like, "Man, I did both nights there. I fattened her real good because I knew she was going to be doing this." See, for her, starting tomorrow night, we won't see her until Friday. You might catch a glimpse of her.
Yeah.
That's about it. She stays going. Everybody was off the services. Y'all took the tour.
It was cool. Honestly, the coolest thing to me was like they took us to a room where they had everybody who's won. Anything they did after that, they had it.
Yes.
And you see that it's a relationship that they want to continue.
They do.
And that's cool to me that the support doesn't end right now or after this weekend. You know what I mean? But it's like they want to hear from you. You know, they want to see what's going on. So that was really cool. And honestly, to see you walk through there, and if you haven't, those of you that are listening, I'm sure to give you a picture of what it is. It's a room filled with books and artwork, and all of it's from past winners. And you go through there, and you're like, I've seen that book at the bookstore. I've seen that artwork before. You start connecting the dots. Like, this is a big deal. The people that have won this, I knew about them, but I didn't even know I knew about them.
And this is one of the few groups that let you keep your artwork or your story, for that matter. I know I've talked with other people over the years because I do stuff for other publishing companies, but I'm just once you submit, a lot of times they own it.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to pay you, and they're going to take great. They're even going to give you a little hand here and there, but they own your stuff, and that's. I don't think that's fair. It's the first time out. It should be your material. If you want, it should definitely be your material. So it's a good way to get started on stuff. But they will help you. You can call them and ask them. They'll ask all kinds of questions, like when Tom and them get here tomorrow. We might go down with y'all tonight. I know y'all have met Echo, and they want to see y'all succeed. It's good for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all succeed, it's good for everybody. And frankly, one of the reasons I got involved in it is just I'm just tired of seeing the same old shit all the time. I am completely burnt out on television. I'm waiting. That's why I want to see. I'm hoping all these authors will write some original material.
Yeah.
And the same thing with y'all. I just want to see original stuff. I've been so inundated with just, I don't want to say garbage. It's not really garbage. But it's the same thing done over and over and over. So talking to a lot of y'all, I notice y'all look like y'all going to be trying to establish a new wave out there. And I want to say that as a young thing because, I think y'all are representing this year from, I think, 18 to about 60. For the whole.
I know, yeah.
The whole thing this year is going from 17 to 72.
Yeah.
Last year it's 17 to 68. And, I mean, that's a great thing that you can win. I mean, it just was just we were talking. He said, well, it's not so much writers of the future for me. It's now.
Yeah, I know.
Or artists, the illustrators of the now.
Well, yeah, it speaks to two things to me. The first one is, you do these competitions and you always wonder in the back of your head, you're like, are they looking for a certain type of person? Do I really have a chance? Are they filtering it all out? But you get here and you realize, no, they're looking at the work and they judge you based on the work. And that's what it is.
That's what it should be.
And then the second thing is you got people from all ages, all walks of life, kind of at a similar place. And it teaches you that, whether you're young, older, in the middle of your career, at the beginning of your career, you can chase your passion at any time. You can go after it.
It's something else I learned too. Y'all haven't experienced this yet, but y'all will. I had talked to some of the winners from a couple of years before the first year I came out here. And I've noticed there's a serious camaraderie. A lot of them stay way in touch.
Yeah. That's because we never met anybody like us before. And then we all come here and we're like, oh, I'm not the only one. There's more people like me.
And it is. It's nice that it's that way. It's nice to see people growing together.
Mm-hmm.
And really, what I like about it, and I think one of the things that's even better for y'all is you can bounce your work off each other.
Yeah.
You know, so as long as you know these people, you don't have to worry about stealing your artwork or writing
No,
or anything
no,
like
yeah.
that. So I mean, it's a help. Hey, look, oh, you might have done a little bit better at this right there, a little bit better at that. So it really is a difference.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's been awesome.
So first up, I just want to know what made you think you were an artist? Because look, I got to be honest, I draw stickmen, so
Yeah, I know. I think, maybe I was too dumb to know I wasn't an artist or something like that. But, it's one of those things where I don't know. If you're a singer, you've probably been singing before you can remember. You've just been singing in the car, you've been singing whatever. And that's kind of how it is with me in art, I can't remember a time when I wasn't drawing pictures. Can't remember a time when I wasn't copying pictures that I thought looked awesome. Didn't do well in school because all I was doing was drawing pictures. You know what I mean? So it's just,
if it pays off, it doesn't matter. Does it?
I know, yeah. It's in my DNA, and I think probably the way it is with a lot of these folks here. So.
It is. A lot of these people here really, really are gifted, and I feel pleasure, because I get to meet all these gifted people. Because people tell me, "Oh, anybody can draw." I'm like, "Really? Let's see you draw." Well, yeah, some paper. Let me see what you got. Or paint. And so for you, I mean, I know it's different for all illustrators. I mean, some like to do strictly off the computer, some like to pencil draw, some like to paint. And some like to do oils. So I'm kind of curious, where are you in the pit?
I mean, I started out traditionally, and then I got the digital bug, and I just realized, like, you got that undo button anytime you want it. It's addictive, and
that's a nice thing.
You can do some things that speed everything up. I mean, it's just so much faster, and it's consequence free. You can go back and fix something. But I will say, as I've been doing more of it, there are a couple reasons why I'm switching to oils now. One is, you can sell your artwork twice. So you start to think about the finances of it, and you think, well, I can sell the image to a company, and then I can sell the original to a collector.
Well, I'll tell you something else that y'all don't know about where you can make some really big money. So if you do a really good oil, something off the wall, something strange, and you take a picture, send it to the city of New Orleans, because every poster is based on the oil.
Okay.
Every Mardi Gras, they do a new oil.
Yeah.
And that's what all the posters are based on. Now, the guy who did the Devil and the Girl series, he made a small fortune. He was a fairly famous artist, but he made a small fortune off of it. I mean, because you get they buy the oil from you. You can keep it if you want, but they prefer that they buy it.
Yeah.
And then they'll usually put it in a museum somewhere, in one of the Mardi Gras museums.
Yeah.
And you get a cut off of every poster sold. And they sell a lot of posters.
I'm going to have to look into it.
So I tell all artists that, get over there, because it's another venue. Like we were talking about the tarot cards earlier, that's another venue.
Yeah.
These are venues that most people just don't think about that you can make money with.
Yeah.
And then there's other places like that. I got a friend of mine who does artwork in Rio de Janeiro.
Mm-hmm.
He actually won a Ford to do artwork down there in Rio for the Carnival.
Oh, yeah.
And they do some other stuff. They do a lot of, like Mike Talbot was doing, they do a lot of outside art down there. See, in New Orleans, they have a lot of it, but guess who does it? The prisoners.
Oh, really?
They got some beautiful work, but it's only the prisoners who paint the big murals all across
Wow.
the And there's a big, at the aquarium, there's a scene that if somebody would have painted, it would probably be 100, 150 grand. And then don't forget about this. People like customized art inside their house, raw art. Well, of course, they like oils too, but I know a lot of people who make big money doing customized artwork inside their homes. I had a friend of mine who was a graphic artist that decided one day he did a book, and he sent it out to a bunch of addresses he knew well. He's still working on it. It's 5 years ago, he's still working on that one book. And he almost got his butt in trouble because instead of mailing them out properly, he went and stuck them in everybody's mailbox, which is illegal in the United States. If they've got one of them news boxes, you can do it. But if they don't, it's actually illegal to stick stuff in the mailbox.
That's funny.
But he made quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
So he's happy. It's weird stuff. And see, I'm a little different than them, so I get to think out of the box. I'm not, I'm not an artist, so I'm just looking at places you can sell art because I'm selling video and I'm selling books for people. And
I think it's good for artists to meet business-minded people who see those opportunities.
And y'all get some.
We get tunnel vision. We get tunnel vision. We got our dream. And sometimes somebody else come along and be like, "Hey, you ever think about doing this? I got a route for you to do it." I got a couple of friends that have done that in the past and said they don't know anything about art, but they know somebody that needs stuff.
Yeah, that's like Dean and I last year broke down for everybody what's an L corp, what's an S corp, what's a corporation, and where should you be in each one. Everybody should start out with an L corp because it's limited liability and it protects you. if you do something, if it offends somebody or something like that, you're protected. It basically protects your property from being sued. Say if you made something that somebody thought was a copyright and they won the case, they couldn't take your house and your car. They could get a lot of money out of it, but you couldn't take your house. S corps are a little bit different. That's for somebody with $500,000 to $1 million. It's more protected. And then full corporations are great because, like my condos, I don't pay any taxes on.
Yeah.
And the company owns all of them. Technically, the company owns everything I own, but I own the company. So I get mega tax breaks. I had no idea how much the corporate world was screwing us over until I got involved. I was like, damn, no wonder these guys don't want to give it up. But different things like that can save you a lot of money just going when you get into them. And it's not something you have to rush off and do. It's something, you'll know when you've got enough money that you need to be thinking about protecting your money and yourself. But all that stuff comes into being. And then there's other places in New Orleans that are always looking for art. New Orleans is always looking for art. But so is New York, so is LA, so is San Francisco. There's cities that are always looking for work. They're good places to be looking around. And I know just recently, I have to find out for you. I want to get it. I'll send it to John. There's actually a book that New Orleans put out of the stuff they're looking for the different owners and different buildings and stuff like that. And they're looking for artists right now. Believe it or not, there seems to be a shortage of professional artists. I don't know if it's because of COVID or if they just said, screw it, I'm tired of COVID. I've had enough of everything. They drone so much when they're at home, they just got to take a break. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There does seem to be a shortage of it. So that's all places you can look at. I was picking on Echo about it. They just, I don't even think of things like that. I said, well, you're successful. What the hell you need to worry about it for? You're just going to get called. Just be honest about it. I said, you have great artwork and people are just going to call you. I said, well, these guys are starting out. They need places to get in. Because once you find that niche that you can get in, usually it'll go from there.
Yeah.
Once other people are talking about your work and they can see your work. And because of this show, when we do the second show, so this is just what we call the fluff piece. So in a couple of weeks, you'll get an invitation to come on and bring some of your artwork on this. And we'll post it on the stream. And then we'll be on the big service, so we won't have any issues like this. But and we'll post your artwork, but then we lock it so nobody can just copy it, because it's your artwork. And we're not selling it, we're just showing it. So we'll upload how many other pieces you want to see just to stream right in. While we're clicking through them, you can explain the thought behind them, what's involved in them. You can tell people if they're for sale and how much you want for them. And so that's all just stuff, because people buy artwork. We sold some over the years. It varies with us. Sometimes you get a rush in it, and sometimes you don't get anything. One guy came in and gave some guy $45,000 for a piece that I thought was worth like $10. Just tells me I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's a crazy business.
I think he just took a liking to the individual.
Yeah.
But I don't really know what it was online. I have no idea. It was a great thing to see get it on air, and I didn't believe him. So he said, well, I'm going to start sending it to him cash app. So he started sending him $7,500 at a time. I was like, shit, he's holding a cash app out. I'm like, damn. I said, well, why don't you send me some? I can give you some money. I invited him. Give me something out of this. So where are you from originally?
So originally from Kansas City, and then I moved down south.
The girl that's on right now, my favorite witch is from Kansas.
Really?
Her name is Trish. She's our local. She hosts a show called The Missing Piece.
Okay.
And she's our local witch.
Okay.
She's really good at what she does. Another redhead. I got a lot of redheads.
Yeah, there's a theme going on.
We got a couple of Canadians. We got 4 Canadians on there too. But what's nice about this is, once we get you familiar, and once we do the real 2-hour show, a lot of our other hosts will pick it up. We have hosts that do a lot of artwork. We have hosts that do just authors. So it just depends what's going on. But there's a lot of that. That's a good way. But y'all, this belongs to y'all. So once it's up, if you have a problem, you can download it for YouTube. Let me know, and I'll send you a copy of it. You can use it any way you want. So feel free to give it to like I said, when we do the big show, you can just send it out to people and say, hey, you can get some of my artwork. This is how I got it back. Because people are going to be interested. They're going to ask you. This saves you time.
Yeah.
Say, oh, well, I'll send you this, and you can take a listen, and then let me know what you think. And then that gives the person up front. They don't have to get in your face and make you nervous or anything like that. It just makes it easier on that. And I tell people this all the time. Make sure you stay in control of your artwork. Hosts like me can be brutal sometimes, so you got to watch, because sometimes you'll publish your artwork and you'll get some asshole that knows diddly squat about art and wants to be a critic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. So first thing I asked when I was on a show just recently, I said, Bob, and when did you go to art school? I said, can you even draw? I said, you draw like I do, stick man. I said, what are you criticizing anything for? And the guest was like, you can talk to him? I said, yeah, you can talk to him like that. I said, but be careful,
I said, if you get in a situation where you feel like you're being taken advantage of, somebody's making fun of you, you have two options: fight back, which is a bad thing against an experienced host. Best thing to do at that point is hang up or walk. If you're on the stage, walk off.
Yeah.
Because then you're still in control. The other way, the host is in control, just make you look bad.
Mm.
And hosts like me have been around for a long time. It's easy to tear me.
You've done it. You know how it all works.
Yes, and I started out the same way y'all did. I got picked on it, hated on it, cussed at, and all sorts of stuff. So over the years, I've learned how to deal with it. And I want people like y'all to get a fair shake. So I tell people all the time that it's your artwork. If somebody don't like it, that's fine. Not everybody's going to like it.
Yeah.
But when they get rude, it's time to go. Because if you don't, all the audience listen. Well, this guy can't stand up. It's like, why am I buying anything from him or listen to him? It's a waste of my time. Even if it's good, it's just the way it's going to roll out.
Yeah.
So it's just best to say, okay, well, thanks for inviting me. Click.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me off the stage.
Yeah.
And that way you're in total control. And also always tell them up front that it's your artwork, it's copyrighted artwork. You can't sell it, you can't use it without my permission.
Mm-hmm.
It's best to start out that way because then there's been misunderstandings. Because some radio shows think once you put their work on their station, they can use it for whatever they want.
Yeah.
And that's not true.
Yeah.
It's not the way it's supposed to work. And so you just got to watch. And some of the biggest stations, some of the bigger FM stations will try to pull that on you, but whatever.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of specialty shows for artists now and podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of shows that want to bring on, especially winners, they want to bring on and say, hey, tell us how you got here.
Yeah.
What's your artistic process?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So oils, huh? That's big, man.
Yeah, no, man. That's the other reason. So 2 reasons. One was financial. The other reason is what you're talking about right there. There's a perception with oils that is something on another level.
And I know it's not exactly on another level. It sure portrays itself that way.
It is. It's a perception thing. When you tell people, I'm an artist, to say, well, how do you make your work? Say, I make it in Photoshop. They think you're cheating.
Yeah. And I still do mixed it in Photoshop.
Yeah.
But just being honest.
I mean, I work in Photoshop. It's not fake. You got to have skills. And but you take that same person, they say, what are you working? You say, I work in oils.
And of course, oils usually pull more money.
Yeah, there's also something about having a physical painting that somebody else touched and somebody else put their hand on, put the paintbrush on, and you can't replicate it with digital. There's something to it. I think there's still something to it.
There still is. And I got a friend of mine who matches frames to artwork. That's all he does for the He makes good money, too.
Yeah.
About $200K a year. I'm like, wait, I can match frames to. Come on, man. I understand it can be a little complicated depending on artwork. So any live modeling yet? I mean, not you.
Yeah, I guess they're supposed to have some.
Oh, they're gonna be some here for sure.
To have some, but
I got some blackmail pictures for y'all for Echo. She was posing, man. She had to teach that. She wanted to show the model how to do the pose, so she was doing the poses.
You got the snap in.
I got the blackmail, you girl.
That's awesome.
I said, when I find a piece of artwork of yours alike, I'm gonna send you these pictures. Her and I got along real good. We had a good time. She went with us last year, me and Tom, with a broken, crushed foot, and hung out all week with us. Because we were all over the place, and she walked a lot. If I'd have known the foot was up there, we'd have made a statement.
Yeah.
But you're gonna enjoy them. They're gonna teach y'all a lot, and don't be scared to ask questions.
Yeah, it's been great so far. So I don't expect anything less for the rest of the week. It's gonna be awesome.
It is, and the illustrators get put on pretty hard. Writers, like the thing the writers are doing right now, writing a story within 24 hours. I'd be like, whatever. I see y'all next time.
We see them in the lobby. We walk by the lobby, get something for breakfast, and they're all just, they're working. Yeah.
Y'all are too. It's not like y'all aren't working. It's not like y'all aren't learning anything. So plans for the future?
Plans for the future? I mean, keep doing what I've been doing to get me to this point. I mean, it's just, you just have to have a goal, and you got to make
Come back now. You don't want.
Well, what I mean is, yeah, right. I guess what I mean is, keep looking for opportunities, stay hungry, keep working hard, and see where it takes me from here.
Well, it's not going to hurt you that you will win writers in the future. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who know about it. A lot of people who will be fine with well, you won. They know it's a serious contest, and they've been around this next year 38, so it's not like they're just starting out. And one of the reasons they brought me on board was the Scientology thing. I wanted to separate guys and press
Mm-hmm.
and the writers of the awards because they all are entangled, but it's just better that way because it doesn't put any stress on y'all, and it makes it easier that way. And,
Yeah.
you do a great job. I mean, the girls over at Author Services just crack me up. They're just all sweethearts. I mean, they go way beyond they need to be nice. And I told them one time, I said, "I'm not sure y'all not like droids or something. You're not programmed or something. I'm like, what's going on here?" I felt like I was in like the Stepford Wives, but I was one of the wives and stuff. I'm like, what's going on here, man? But they are. They're sincere. They're kind. They want to see you succeed. And that's I want to see y'all succeed too. So when we get off, I'll get your information. I'll give you mine.
Right.
But your website, email.
Yeah, it's just my name. So my website is brettstump.com. And my email is contactbrettstump@gmail.com.
You learn right at the back. Keep it simple.
I know, yeah. I just want it to be easy.
I tell people all the time, don't do long. It took me, I had to learn that one the hard way myself. But when I first branded my company, I used the company's name, which is S&J Limited Solutions. It's like this long.
Yeah.
I said, well, that's going away. That's just iCardTax.net.
Yeah.
We're doing away with this once and for all. Because people are never going to remember. Half people couldn't spell it anyway. So I was like, no. And I'm not going to use my name because it's just bad. So it works out, keep it simple. Because people, when you're on the air like this or you're on TV or wherever you are, they'll remember it much like that. They'll know, oh, that's right. His website's his name. So just look up your name and find it that way. So it's a lot easier. Any part words for you going down the road?
Hey, this has been great. This whole experience has been great. And thanks for having me on, Joe.
I appreciate it. I enjoyed it.